And then my music came on unexpectedly. Here's me on the train in DC, looking so mysterious, so aloof. Then I went to this coffee shop. It was really nice. Here's my fit. Very cute. And then I went to this Christmas market, which was okay. Like, it was fun, but there weren't, like, I don't know, the stuff in those shops were only okay. But it was cute. Got to go into the museum. And then there was this thing. It was so creepy. Like, what is that? Just walked around. In this beautiful building. And then there was this room of, like, baby portraiture. Like, what is that? And then this room's my favorite. Look at her. And then I went to DuPont Circle, to Kramer's. They have so much good stuff. So expensive, but so much good stuff. Here's me. Alright, all done in DC. Probably gonna go get a burrito now. I'm gonna probably go to Chipotle, but like, they need to add potatoes. Anyway, anyone from Chipotle watching this, add potatoes to the burritos, or the option. So, here's the fit for the day. Got 2 books at Kramer's. These 2. I have no idea what they were about. I totally went on a limb to get them. But it's just, there's cute, tiny little books. Homeland and Other Stories by Barbara Kingsolver. But yeah, I think this one is a short story collection. It's just got like a few little stories. It's like so cute. And then this one was one of the staff picks. It says, oh my gosh. It says A Psalm for the Wild Built, I think that's the name. Also ignore my dog, he's making a bunch of noise. A Monk and Robot book. I don't know what it is. It has something to do with monks and robots. It's probably going to talk about like what is the point of living or something. I don't know. It's really short and the cover is pretty. So that is my thought process while shopping for books. Yeah. So we'll see how soon I actually read these. Okay. A little bit of a mukbang. We have a chicken and guac burrito. I'm eating it at home because I'm going to put sriracha mayo on it. Never done that before, but it seemed like an incredible idea. Sriracha mayo. This would be the perfect burrito if Chipotle had potatoes. They need to add potatoes. So, in the car, this is super random, but I would like to say, even though I can't play the song I'm obsessed with right now is, I think it's called Billy Toppy by Men I Trust. That song is addictive. But yeah, that was my day. Didn't read anything today.
Several days later.
Hello. So, I consider this sort of a Christmas book. I can't read like modern Christmassy books, so I'm considering this to be my Christmas book of the month. What I will be reading this week, it has no cover, but it's this vintage version of... Can you read it? Little Women. It's a super cute, like, yellow paged copy that I got. It was kind of overpriced, actually, but it's really cute. I wouldn't be surprised if some pages fall out while I read it. I've never read it. I've seen both, like, modern adaptations of it, the Winona Ryder and Christian Bale version, and I know there's, like, probably other famous people in it. And then I've seen, obviously, the Greta Gerwig, Saoirse Ronan, Emma Watson, Timothy Chalamet. Oh, what a good one. That's a good one. But yeah, so I'm gonna finally read it because it's short. I've had this for like a year, probably over a year. But yeah, like, look at this. It's so cute. I think it has illustrations. Look at it. It's so cute. Yeah. Get to it. Got all the way to the end of making this hot chocolate to realize that we did not have any whipped cream at all. Taste test. I think the hot chocolate is a dark chocolate. Since it was the Starbucks thing. It's kind of good. Time to keep reading.
To 6 more days later.
So then I went to Boston with my family, and it was really nice. It was all Christmassy, very festive. We were just there for a short time, ate some lobster. It was delish. Hey, and then quick cameo of my mom. Woo. Of course, after dinner, we had to get dessert, and I got a Boston cream donut that was delicious. And then also here's the train, because I love trains. Yeah, that was Boston pretty much.
Three days later.
Okay, next day update. I am at 50 pages. And it's just all the warm, cozy vibes. I love it. I will say, I think like my impression of the recent movie, you know, the Greta Gerwig version, is probably influencing how much I like it. So unfortunately I don't have like a unadulterated impression of it, but still, I love it so much. It's so cute. I'm at chapter 5, being neighborly, but they met Lori and yeah. I'm on page 70. It's the debacle about limes. Amy and her limes. That's what's happening. So I've discovered that the version of Little Women that I have is only part 1 of the story. So I'm gonna have to read the second half on like an ebook, because I think I can get that for free. Yeah, I was like so confused because I noticed that on Goodreads there's like so many different page counts, and I'm like, the one I have is like 200 something pages, but then on Goodreads it's like 400 or 500. Something's not adding up. But yeah. Update. Oh, first off, Goblin Sarah's back. Page 114. Now enjoy this montage of me doing some Christmassy decorating type things. Yeah.
A Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
And the transition from goblin to elf. Yikes. Yeah, wrap some presents too. Don't judge my wrapping capabilities, please.
Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas.
Hot cocoa.
And a happy new year.
Sprinkle. Hot chocolate.
Oh, bring us a figgy pudding. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding and a cup of good cheer. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Hi again. Okay, we're coming to the end of the video. I have finally finished Little Women. I'm filming this on the 1st of January. Happy New Year. So real quick, my thoughts. So obviously I finished this and then read the part 2 of Little Women on an ebook. And it obviously took me longer than a week, unlike what I had originally thought I would, but you know. So it was giving all the perfect Christmas cozy vibes that I was wanting. So it was amazing. Joe and Lori in the book, like every interaction was just everything. I have mixed feelings about the fact that they didn't end up together. I mean, I understand Joe like was not in love with Lori, not in the way that he wanted her to. I think it's kind of weird though that he marries her sister. So I don't know. But yes, I give this a 4.5 stars. The only reason I don't give it 5 stars is because it is kind of like has like this cyclical rhythm in terms of these kind of morals that they learn. And I have no problem with the fact that there's like these moral lessons for them. It's just, you know, it gets a little repetitive with how everything goes, and like there are a lot of things that happen, like it moves pretty quickly. So we've just kind of got the March sisters all kind of encountering these issues and difficulties, and you know, what they learn from it. Oh my gosh, the whole little scene of Lori playing on the piano after he was rejected by Joe. Aww, I was like, oh, poor little guy. when he proposed to Joe, and he's like, she's like, oh, I don't think I'll ever marry. She says, you think so now, but there'll come a time when you will care for somebody and you'll love him tremendously and live and die for him. I know you will. It's your way, and I shall have to stand by and see it. And the despairing lover cast his hat upon the ground. But I think that part is in the movie. I think the line is pretty similar. Oh, I was like, oh, my heart. Poor Lori. Poor heartbroken Lori. Chapter 42, when Joe is talking about, like, you know, kind of giving up her dreams a little bit, but to have like a more selfless look on her life, and that in which she has to care for her parents. Oh my gosh, that tore at my heart. I was like, oh my goodness. I was listening to that part on audiobook. Man. And then I noticed the part about the school, that it's a boys' school in the book, but then in the movie, I think it's a girls' school that Joe starts at the end. So that was kind of interesting. I know there are other differences, but I think I kind of like the fact that it's a girls' school in the movie, because it makes sense with, especially with the trouble that Amy had at school, where it was like the local girls' school wasn't very good, and like it just seemed like a natural progression for Joe to make a girls' school, and then obviously how she taught her sisters and everything. But yeah, and then my biggest thing is, like, so I've seen 2 of the movie adaptations, and something that they both kind of leave out, I think, is like how much like of a religious perspective there is in the book. Like a lot of the troubles that the sisters go through, they kind of in the end find like an inner peace because of like their Christian faith, and that was really interesting to read. I think the movie, that's something that's definitely missing in the movie adaptations, and that, I mean, that's kind of how they have to get through Beth's, like the loss of Beth, like, you know, that they have to kind of reconcile the fact that she is not here anymore, but she's in a different place, you know, and she's going, and that, you know, they can be at peace. That's really interesting, and I think that would make it worth reading versus maybe watching the movie. Yeah, so it was a really good time. Yeah, that was my time reading Little Women. Hope you enjoyed watching me go to Boston and DC and have all the Christmas fun times. So, yeah. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Like, subscribe, watch my other videos. Peace.